Hi. Uh, my videos aren't really that funny. Maybe it's because I've been drinking fluoridated water for over 50 years or something. I don't know. Um, there are some good sites to see where things be playing in from the Southern Banks of Smurfopedia is kind of humorous and um, but it's somewhat informative. Um, I I still like Alex Jones, even though he does sound extreme. I think the problem is that there is a lot of extremism. People just don't want to face it. Like the definition of depression is like two straight quarters. I think with no real significant growth in GDP. And, well, we've had like years with no significant growth in GDP, and mostly because so much money is going towards energy, and so much money is being sucked out of our economy. Um, that we've lost so many jobs in our economy. Um, like Ross Perot said, the great sucking sound. We just lost a lot to cheap labor, and the cheap labor, of course, the money is going right straight to the top. It's going like the top 1% are getting all this money. They can't spend it. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting on top and not being used. If it is being used, it's used to gamble. And the gambling that they're doing is really wild and really, it's not helping anything. It's making things worse. Like gambling on oil and speculating oil up and stuff that's just making things worse and worse. Where if the money was spread around, uh, then the money would be in circulation. It would be your local grocer, whoever, you know, people would get, they would get more money from the patrons and people because they would be getting more money, on their wages. And, the thing is, all this money is just sitting on the top, and they're doing these lousy derivatives and gambling with the money and everything. So, but the bankers like this. They want because they want austerity because that's where they have everybody in debt, and that's how they make their money is by debt. And they're like drug pushers and um, gun pushers. And that's what they do too. They push guns and drugs and secret societies and they like the head of the gang. Oh well, you're the head dictator. You tell everybody how to get these guns and drugs and how to gamble, and that's what our whole world has become, one big casino for these bankers. And I've been telling people on a whole lot of my videos about the Rothschilds that it's this easy thing to figure out. I only have a little bit of college. Um, I did. I was going to major in history. I took U.S. government in college. Um, I have um, some other certificates and things in electronics and hairdressing and other things. But anyway, um, I commercial food, culinary arts, stuff like that. Musician. But the thing is, this the Rothschilds are so easy to look up. But they have central banks. That's the main thing to realize. They have central banks in almost every single country of the world. And you just don't get any more powerful than that because the central bank is like our Federal Reserve. And they have central banks. They have like a Federal Reserve in every country of the world, including Russia and China. I mean, that's how they operate. And so whenever they don't have their central bank anywhere, that's where they push their armies. They push Al Qaeda and stuff like this. It like with Al Qaeda with us, it was first first we were with them, then we were against them. Now we're supposedly with them again in Libya. I mean, see, but this Al Qaeda is really, uh, like Alex Jones said, it's derived from the CIA and the Pentagon. But the Pentagon and the CIA are also derived from the Rothschilds because they had, ever since our country was founded, even the Rothschilds have been part of our whole, like, they, even to fight, um, every war we've been in, even the Declaration of Independence, even when the war against England, that was somewhat staged too. But we were in debt even after going to war with England. And guess who got the money after the war with England? England got the, we were in debt to England because of the war with England. And um, so we've always been in servitude to these international bankers. And um, every time some leader has tried to get away from the international bankers, they've either been assassinated or, they were, looked down upon. Because see, the establishment, I have a song called Rothschilds Establishment, and what it means is that they are the establishment as far as they can be, and they're in really big, like with the Rockefellers are part of the Rothschilds establishment. They it's like you either have to be super big or go home with the Rothschilds, and but even as being super big, you're still a puppet because the Rothschilds print money. They have unlimited funds, so you could be a Bill Gates and still be nobody as far as the Rothschilds. They have derivatives that go out trillions of dollars, hundreds. Like they were asking the World Bank $100 trillion, and they make even derivatives on top of that. And there's no way, that any country. I mean, that all the countries combined, all the workers working day and night can pay down on these derivatives that are made out of thin air. Just um, so people that think, well, I'm a manager of this big company, I'm the CEO of this company, um, so I must be really doing great. Well, you are, but you've got the money you're working with isn't really real, and um, if you have any stock or anything, like it might be better not to whatever you own. It might be better to downsize by about half because these there's so much phoniness out there that like the value of homes. You see what happened to them? They were said that they were worth this much, and then all of a sudden they're not even worth half that much. That's all. That's all by design. The way they expand and contract all this stuff. Because at the top they can afford these expansion and contraction, but at the bottom you can't afford. You don't have that much playroom. You don't have, and they know that, and they want that sort of thing. Okay, well, that's all I'll put on this video. But, I just want to say, we should at least try to examine the Rothschilds.